person has a worldview, a way they see how to live, a lens by which we formulate life and then act within that life towards each other. Bruce Spurgeon said it like this: our worldview connects us with the DNA of meaning. This view shapes our understanding of truth, beauty, and reality, and who we are in accumulation of our exposure to all of life's input. What he's saying there is what we believe defines our values and creates guiding principles that make us not just who we are, but who we are to the rest of humanity. You may not know it, but you have a worldview defined by your upbringing, parents, teachers, schools, books you've read, movies you've watched. The question is not if you have a worldview, the question, does it hold intellectual weight? What's changed in the last 30 years is how our worldview is defined. It used to be philosophy, art, theology, poetry, healthy debate, and science. Now someone's worldview is often confined by a single stream that they align themselves to, meaning it's philosophical only, or ideological only, or religious only, or attitudinal only, meaning your general attitude. Yet, in that, we often have a lack of cohesiveness, and far too often, our perspectives can be changed in a single meme, in a single soundbite, or an 8-second TikTok video. Here's the thing, as Christians, we should let Jesus be the lens by which we see the culture, not let the culture be the lens by which we see Jesus. In fact, the Apostle Paul said it like this, Colossians 2:8, see to it that no one takes you captive through hollow and deceptive philosophy, which depends on human tradition and the elemental spiritual forces of this world. Rather, let it be on Christ. If, as a young adult, you want to be taken seriously in this world, and you want to have you yourself want to take your heart seriously, ask the right questions, do the research. So the question still stands. Does my worldview properly define the questions of life? I would encourage you to seek a holistic worldview that answers life's biggest questions, questions that ring true to your soul and not just the political climate. So here it is. Every person and every worldview, atheism, Christianity, naturalism, Buddhism, all should be able to answer the 4 questions that tug at the heart of every person regardless of their background. 1, origin. How did all of this start? Where did this all come from? How did this begin? 2, morality, right and wrong, suffering and flourishing, love and hate. 3, purpose. What is my purpose and the purpose of life? 4, destiny. What happens when all of this is over? Now, of course, anyone can make up answers to those, but in intellectual circles, these questions need to be answered by specific criteria. Each answer should, 1, be logically consistent. Friends, it's gotta make sense, okay, and cohesive to each other. 2, it must contain empirical data. I'm talking historical evidence, science, textual criticism that actually backs up the claims that the worldview makes. And 3, it must contain experiential relevance, meaning it can't be abstract thought. It must make sense to the core and reality of human daily practice. Answers to life's biggest questions can be simple and profound. Friends, I believe there's only one worldview that truly gives us meaning and answers to the core questions cohesively, and it's the Christian worldview. Let me leave you with a quote like always. Atheism turns out to be too simple. If the whole universe has no meaning, we should never have found out that it has no meaning. C.S. Lewis.